Hi Cancer, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are well. Welcome to your April reading. And before we throw some cards, I would like to talk about astrology a little bit. But if you would be interested in booking a reading, you can do that on Rubyreadstarot.com. Check out the website. There's a list of services available there, like therapies and healings, protection prayers, and counseling sessions, as well as readings. So do check out the website. And also, the description box, you'll have details of where you can leave a donation if you wish to do so. Guys, do hit the subscribe button, do hit the like button, leave me a comment. I always love it when you do that. Let's talk some astrology, Cancer. There's a lot that was coming through for Cancer intuitively throughout Pisces season. And now I feel like it's going to be the same during Aries season. So Cancer, I feel like there's new love. For some of you, this is someone you've already been involved with, but not romantically, like you've known this person. But now for some reason you can't like get them out of your head, like you're really in love with this person. Venus moves into Pisces on the 5th, and that is the day that you are gonna, it's an era, I think, a lot like a romance revolution. It's going to be the closing out of a big build-up. So a big cycle, a big wave that has come to this point. And now there is this big revelation or this big expose or this big like coming together. It's kind of closing out a chapter. And I feel like everything's kind of coming together in order for this chapter to close out. And I say that because Mars is also entering Pisces on the 14th, and that's like a space of 9 days. And in this 9 days, I think you're going to find that everything softens up. Romantically speaking, life is like a movie. Life is imitating art. It's so from the heart space. Everything's so much more empathic. You know, people are a lot more sensitive and creative. And so Cancer, I think with Mars now in Pisces also on the 14th, there's almost like this fanfare, this conclusion, this standing ovation, this like, ta-da! Like, this is the moment, right? So, on the 10th, Mercury, the planet of communication, enters the sign of Taurus, and this is good because communication gets a bit stable. We can start stabilizing plans, we can start crystallizing things that we wish to see happen along the timeline of 2022. So, on the 16th is the full moon in Libra. This is a full moon of romance. It's a cardinal new beginning of harmony and balance and equilibrium, personally, internally, as well as externally. I think you'll find that it's that kind of full moon that just involves like a romantic candlelit dinner and a bottle of something delicious and love. On the 19th, the Sun enters the sign of Taurus, and that then continues on to this sensual, earthy theme. A lot about passion, a lot about, sex and the relation between the divine feminine and the divine masculine and how that plays out. So on the 29th, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini, and communication gets a lot more fluid, intellectual. This is where Mercury likes to reside. It's its other home. The other home is, of course, the sign of Virgo. And so, while it's home, it likes to have some fun. And this is going to feel like a bit of a fun coming together of a lot of things that I think have been in the making and have been in the pipeline for a while. And so, Cancer, I think it's going to feel exactly like a big old fanfare, and it's going to feel like it's time to have some fun and let your hair down. So, there's a new moon, solar eclipse, taking place. Sorry, Cancer. There's a new moon solar eclipse taking place on the 30th, and that then kickstarts eclipse season. Now, I want you to think of eclipses as being almost like a period where you get to really align with the magic, okay? It's a time where things kind of come to a new path, a new beginning, a new start. So think about how it is with this eclipse. Oh my god, wow. You're making nothing less than magic. That's the world card and that's the sun. I do feel like you're coming full circle, and I do feel like things are coming full bloom. I do feel like this month of April for you, Cancer, is going to be about empathetically closing out certain cycles and seeing where it is that closing out one chapter and closing out one door doesn't mean the end. If anything, it means like a beautiful new door is opening for you. And so there's this promise of a revival, this promise of regeneration, a promise of new life, a promise of start something new, take the chance, take the risk, close out the cycle, do it empathetically, do it sensitively, but do it. Because what's coming is so much better than what has gone, and you are going to be in this Aries season very confident about not only your own personal magnetism and your own personal power, but the charisma that you're oozing. And so right now you've got the energy for it, Cancer, and I think as we get closer into your season, you're going to have this complete reform of your energy, and I think a lot of that has to do with your attitude. And finally, I do feel like with this Aries season, there's been this can-do attitude about you where you know that there are things that you want to accomplish, and that means closing out certain doors. It means closing out certain chapters in order to be able to open the new doors. And Cancer, if you're fluid and if you're free and if you're allowing yourself to just push forward and be that wave energy, be that internal personal magnetism, that power that you know you exude, going after the things that you know that you truly want and you can't deny anymore, is kind of part and parcel of being alive, okay? And sometimes when we put ourselves in certain places, it's almost like a scream for help, because the people that we surround ourselves with are almost exemplifying part of ourselves that need healing. And once you've done the healing, staying stagnant or staying somewhere that you know you no longer belong only kills the spirit. And I don't think that's what you want. I think if anything, you really want your spirit to be revived. You want to regrow, you want to renew, you want to redo, Cancer. And this sun energy is only building up your personal desires. And you'll need to manifest this new beginning. You'll need to manifest this new person, this new job, this new circumstance, this new way of being, this break away from all of the things that you know that are just not for you anymore. Where is it? I don't know, maybe you want to retrace your steps and see where it is where you thought something was the be-all and end-all and you thought it was going to be forever. And quite frankly, I don't think you can wait until you can get away from that thing. Cancer, I think you need to clear your throat about a few things that require a better judgment from you. April might be about you making decisions, about you having to just put your foot down and make a choice and stick with it. Because it's almost like a curtain call at this point. It's almost like if you don't do this now, if you drag it along with you, it's going to just mess up the vibe. Okay? Cancer. I'm not going to take the ones that weren't turned upwards. Oh, this is delicious. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. Cancer. And we're really in this new moon energy. That's the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be the Libra full moon. That's the Lovers. That's the Empress, and that's the Justice card of Libra. Okay, so that's definitely the Libra full moon. I feel as if around the time of the Libra full moon, there's certain decisions and certain energies that switch up for you, and it requires a bit of a focus in on a certain heartbreak or having to break up or something that has been quite painful to your soul and spirit, and how now it is time for you to pull out the swords, meaning pull out the memories or the trauma or the resistance to healing, and actually flush the wounds. And the flushing of wounds can be the actual healing, the practice of healing, the allowing for the healing to take place. And sort of clearing all of that space allows then for the wounds to heal up, meaning that you are now complete again. Allowing yourself to overcome the damage. Okay, as you do that and as you find balance via a clear mind, a clear space, you know, a clean break. When you find this, you naturally tend to find that things balance out for themselves and things tend to work out, and the justice is then restored, allowing you then to be this Empress energy. Empress and the Lover's energy, for me, it's so romantical because it's just showing you off in your best light, like really having had to make a few really critical decisions and calls about the things that you know that you had to really put your foot down about, and where it is that you may have been deluding yourself, and where it is now that this reboost in energy has allowed your charisma to grow back, and now you are feeling your magnetism again. You're beginning to feel like this Empress again, and this is drawing in the authentic love, the true love, the highest form of love. I don't know if you've already met this person, if this person's already met you. Either way, there is a pull at your heart, knowing that there is something out there. And so closing out certain chapters and cycles of hurt and heartache only mean that there is a new dawn, a new experience to be experienced. And so take forward the steps, move forward, consider what it is that you can do to regenerate, regrow, renew. The Lovers is Gemini energy, the Empress is is Taurus, Libra energy. There is Libra all over this reading, which is a balanced frame of mind with the Judgment card here. It may really be screaming on finding a really balanced frame of mind, a really balanced place, balancing out your diet, your sleep, your intake, what you're consuming, be it, you know, electronic on your devices or be it in the actual matrix. Get some exercise. I think that's all I have for you, Cancer. If you enjoyed the reading, do consider giving it a thumbs up. Do consider subscribing to the channel. Do leave me a donation if you'd like to. Details of where to do so are in the description box. Leave me a comment. I always love it when you guys do that. Mwah. Thank you so much for your love. Thanks, guys. Bye.